I'm back. Perfect example of what I was talking about. How to make it through your troubles, how to make it through. Again, I'm starting over, but some of you are just catching this at the beginning. We had the video going on, the live video, but something happened. It went down. And so once again, I'm Dwayne Shigg, author of Go Get It Stories and Steps to See Success, host of the Encouragement Show, and I'm here this morning, this afternoon, this evening, whatever part of the country you are in, here to give you some encouragement, some morning encouragement. Thank you, Miss Seals, for coming back. Paul, I hope you're back, and the others, I hope you're back. We had some, as they say, technical difficulties, but as I said, I'm here to help you, give you a little quick push as you start your day, as you on your way, as you're working through your day, whatever part of the country you're in, whenever you're watching this morning, afternoon, or evening. But my goal is to give you a little encouragement to help you get started. And what we were talking about before we were technically interrupted, we were talking about getting some treasure from your trouble, getting and making it through your opposition to find and to create an opportunity. And I'm telling you that when things are rough, you may be on your way to work, you may be on your way to an appointment, you may be in the middle of your live video and things go crazy. But how do you handle it? How do you get treasure from that? How do you get opportunity from that? One of the things that is important is what you say. Say something. Say something. I'm not necessarily talking about to other people, but say something to yourself. Say something that's going to help the atmosphere. Say something that's going to help you calm down. Say something that's going to help you see the potential in it. Say something that's going to help you set the atmosphere. So when the atmosphere is set and the tone is set, so what you say can help set the tone. So it may be a chaotic situation, but we're going to set the tone so that there will be peace. We may be a chaotic situation, but set the tone where there can be some order, where you can make a decision, you can get some things done. So say something. So this morning, when the camera went crazy, what did I say? Well, it was off camera, so you didn't hear what I said. But basically, said something to myself. Okay, we can just start over. Okay, we can just make this work. Okay, when stuff happens, say something. I was supposed to go to Virginia. I live in California. I was supposed to go to Virginia in about 2 weeks to speak, to sign some books. But then I got a call from the lady that was putting it on, saying ticket sales weren't going well, and it's also kind of bad weather in that part of the country. And she said she's going to have to cancel it. I was disappointed, but what did I say? I said, okay, at least I made the connection. Now she knows who I am, and she's going to do something. She's going to do something again in January, and we're already connecting for that. At least she knows who I am. Now somebody else on the other part of the country knows who I am. So said something to set the atmosphere, set the tone. What can you say when there's trouble so that you can get treasure from that trouble? What can you say? What can you say that would help you get an opportunity, create an opportunity from that opposition? Some things are going to happen. Life still happens. And so I'm encouraging you to say something. Good morning, good afternoon. Good to see you, Senator Mike. Thank you so much. Assemblyman Mike, I'm sorry. Good to see you. Personal joke between he and I. Good to see you. Good to hear from you. But so also, what can you say when things are not going well, when there's trouble, when there's opposition, when people don't come, when people don't buy the tickets, when people don't act right, when you mess up? What do you say? This morning, as things are not necessarily going well, you're dealing with something from yesterday, you're dealing with something from the day before. That's put a little glitch in what you're doing. What do you say? What can you say to calm tensions? What can you say to give yourself a little woosah moment? What can you say to keep you going so you won't quit, so you won't add any more craziness to the already crazy situation? So say something. Say something to set the tone. Say something, for Senator Mike, for Assemblyman Mike. Say something to set the tone. So today, as you are dealing with what you're dealing with on your journey, on the freeway, on the train, at home, you're preparing that project, and there's an oops that happens. Say something to set the tone. Say something that's going to turn it around. Say something that's going to bring a sense of calmness. So not only say something from that about that oops, but learn something. Learn something from it. What do you learn from when that situation when things didn't go right? Can you learn? Because if you don't learn something, it's just a big mistake. If you don't learn something, you're doomed to repeat it. If you don't learn something, that adds to the heaviness. Okay, the situation is messed up and I didn't get anything from it. So learn something. You can learn about people. You can learn some things about yourself. You can learn about the situation, but get something from it so that it doesn't seem like a total waste at the time. So what you're dealing with right now with your decision, what you're dealing with right now with your project, what you're dealing with right now this morning with the people in your house, when things are not going well, what can you learn from it? Helps you grow. What can you learn from it that will help the situation be better? So not only say something, learn something, but also see something. And what I mean by that, you can see something in that opportunity. You can see something in that trouble. See the treasure in that trouble. That's not just a bad situation. See the opportunity to grow. See the opportunity to do something. See and seize the opportunity. I think about a couple of things. I think about, many of you may know the story, how Medea, Tyler Perry's character, was born, was doing the play, the character, and the person that was supposed to play the character didn't show up. Tragic, bad situation. But what did he see? He saw an opportunity to keep the thing rolling. So he played the part. Steve Harvey, when he had the situation with the beauty pageant, he saw an opportunity to, show some integrity, which is something you don't see a lot of television. Opportunity to honor his father. I heard an interview and he said, the guy on the other side of the camera said we can fix it later, but he said he heard his father's voice in his head. And so saw an opportunity. Also saw an opportunity to capitalize on it. Got a commercial out of it. So, what do you see in this situation with me going to Virginia that didn't come to pass? What do I see? I see a connection. I see something that can happen in the future. I see those things. So I've had books that didn't go well. I've had situations that didn't turn out right. But so your situation that you're dealing with, what do you see in that situation? What opportunities do you see from your oops, or oops is, or oops I don't know what the plural of oops is, but see your opportunity, or what I call an oops-opportunity. Make an oops-opportunity out of that. Story about these two brothers, John and Will. They were on their farm boiling some grain, and it was on there too long, and it messed up, didn't do what they were supposed to do. But they looked at it, it was hard and flaky, and these two brothers, John and Will, their last name was Kellogg's. And so we know what they saw from that situation. What can you see from your situation? What will you see that you can bring? So I'm talking to all of you. So today, your situation, what do you see? Do you see a way out? Do you see opportunity to help somebody? Do you see an opportunity for you to grow? Not only do you need to say something, not only is it helpful when you learn something, not only when you say something, but now the opportunity, you know what's coming next. The opportunity, the responsibility is for you to what? Do something. That's right. Don't sit around crying. Don't sit around moping. Do something. What can you do in this situation? You can write another book. You can put on another blouse. You can take the opportunity to grow from this. You can take the opportunity to show your stamina. You can take the opportunity to walk again, to keep moving, to keep going. You can do something, yes, even in this situation. I've been down, but what do you do when you're down? You wipe your eyes, blow your nose, and you get up. What happens when nobody comes to the event? You figure out why, and then you create another event. What happens when the customers don't come? You figure out why, and you do something to get some more customers. You make the product better. You make the product better. I know you did, Yolanda. You said it. You can do something to make the product better. You can do something to get another product. You can always, as my aunt says, you may not be able to do some things, but you can always do something. You can do something in your situation. You can do something about you in the situation. You may not be, if you can't do anything about the situation, okay, it's flat. It's flat. And that's what it is. Okay, the book, nobody bought it. That situation happened. You're in it. Now, what are you going to do? What are you going to do to come through? What are you going to do to make it better? What are you going to do to fix it? I didn't go to Virginia this time, but what am I doing? I'm doing something on the 27th of October. What am I doing? I'm doing something to make myself better. So when I do go to Virginia, I'll be a better speaker. When I do go to Virginia, I'll have more books to sell. When I do go to Virginia, ... So what can you do about the situation? What can you do in the situation? Bring some treasure from it. So today, what are you going to do today about your situation? What are you going to do to bring some treasure from that trouble? What are you going to do to bring an opportunity out of that obstacle or opposition? You can do it. So, my encouragement to you today is to bring some treasure out of that trouble. Say something. What are you saying to yourself to set the atmosphere? To learn something. What are you going to get from it? It happened. You might as well grow from it. See something. Do you see a way out? Do you see what you can do in it? Do you see something that can be done to salvage the situation or yourself, to turn that thing around or to come through it? And then after all of that, do something. What are you going to do? You can't just sit around and cry and complain. What are you going to do? Don't sit around and play the blame game. What are you going to do? So, say something, learn something, see something, and then after all of that, you definitely have to do something. And so I trust that something was said that helped you in some way. I want you to encourage somebody, share this with somebody, and let me throw this commercial right in. If you're anywhere near Carson, California, October 27th, that's the day of the encouragement event. Want you to come. There'll be people there who are working on and walking in their dreams. You'll hear from them. You'll hear from me. I'll talk to you. When you come, you'll get some information on how to start the business, start the book, start on the dream, start on the goal, how to stop waiting for the right time, stop waiting for everybody to come aboard, and then how to stand in adversity. Some more of what I talked about today, how to turn that oops into an opportunity, and then how to stay focused. Don't let the dream be destroyed by distractions. That's October the 27th, Carson Community Center. And there's free parking, there's free prizes, there's free lunch. No, there's no free lunch. I just got caught up, so there's no free lunch. Don't tell people that. But you will come. You'll be in the atmosphere of other achievers. Got a couple of vendor spots available. So if you're a vendor, you want to be there, contact me at drshig@gmail.com, drshig@gmail.com. And right now until October the 27th, the registration is only $15. That's $15. So you can take care of that on paypal.com. Enter drshig@gmail.com. But you need to hurry up and get that done by the 13th of October. And so wanting you to remember that your dream is doable. Go get it.